and everything that's going on with her. I'm gonna be honest. Spirit had already told me that I can smell and see spells of a mile away. When that very first happened to her, and they said that she was, a lot of people were saying that she was already gone. Spirit was like somebody doing witchcraft on her. So what she's saying is, a lot of people see this is the thing about people who dabble in witchcraft in the dark sense. They want to make you look like you're crazy. That's their whole purpose, because if they can discredit you, then they can get power of attorneys of you. They can do all these things to you, and take over your life, and eventually you away. And that was really the ultimate goal, as far as her sister and her. They're like, yeah, they're like, this has been going on for a while. I've only saw a couple of clips of her talking about it, so I don't really know much about what she said on that live, but I do know that what she's saying is absolutely true. And it's crazy because she's a Christian, she's having I saw what somebody was saying that she was having like a psychosis. She's not having a psychosis moment. She's waking up from a spell. That's what it looks like when you wake up from a spell. You want to shout it to the world to tell people who these people are and what they are, but it makes you look crazy. And the reason why it makes you look crazy is because I wish I would understand that spells have been here way before we were even here. The problem with y'all is a lot of people are brainwashed to believe Christianity is real and witchcraft isn't, and that's the problem that we're having. And what Kelly Price has gone through is very much real, and very much it happens all the time. I'm going to repeat that. It happens all the time where people do witchcraft on people. And, if you're a Christian, it makes you look like you're crazy because you're speaking out of, all these, oh, they poisoning me with food, they poisoning me with this, they poisoning me with that, etc., etc. If she said that, I don't know if she did because I didn't see a clip of her saying that her food was poisoned, but they're like, yeah, he, meaning her husband, was poisoning her. Not necessarily poisoning her, but he was putting voodoo inside of her food, which is very easy to do, especially if you're the main one that's cooking, etc., etc. And again, Kelly Price now is showing you what it looks like when you come from up out of the spell. Once you come up out of the spell, you want to scream into the top of your lung, because that's a way to keep them away from you too, and keep them from with you. Because once you let them know that it's like, oh, we gotta back up, because she knows now. And all she gotta do is hire somebody to go to get us direct, because she know our name, she know our last name, she know probably our addresses, etc., etc. So once a person knows their name, once you know their name and you know that they said it to you, it is kind of hard to, you want to tell the word, it's kind of hard to hide from that, so to speak. So yeah, everything Kelly Price is saying is absolutely true, but this has happened a lot, and I want y'all to understand that this is why a lot of the people in our community cannot move forward, is because of curses and spells. This is nothing new. And everything she woke up, because when I first seen it, and they was like, first they were saying she was gone, then they was like, no, she's not gone, she's still here, etc., etc. Spirit told me then was like, somebody done did some witchcraft on her. I want to explain to y'all what sickness is and wealth, especially when it comes to cancer and illness, and when you just all of a sudden drop ill for no reason out of the blue. Somebody's doing a spell on you or has done a spell on you, and their ultimate. This is the thing about a spell too. You have no control over what it would do to you. You have no control. Some people have a car wreck, die instantly. Some people get sick and start having cancer and start having sickness in their body, and the doctors can't find out why the sickness in their body, etc., etc. That is what spells are. Spells cause sickness and illness in your body. Period. Is what y'all don't understand. And sometimes it could be mental. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm sick while I'm in the hospital. Sometimes it could be mental. It could mess with your mental, because a lot of them use things that make you confused, make you forget things, etc., etc. That lady didn't have no COVID. That was just an excuse for them to make it seem like they weren't doing anything to her. Because again, when somebody is doing spells, their ultimate goal is to make you look like you're the crazy one and they're the same one. But behind them closed doors, they is whipping some shit up. They doing this, they doing that, and they calling them spirits and da 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 da. Yeah. Now she said her husband was a warlock. A warlock ain't nothing but a male witch, and if her husband was a true warlock, he wouldn't need the sister in order to do spells. The problem is the sister. They're saying the sister ain't even the problem. It's who the sister's hiring. It's not that the sister. It's the sister. It's who the sister is hiring. The sister is not a practitioner. The husband is not a warlock. They're hiring people to do these things, and them people are then giving them things to do to her, or did do these things to her, etc., etc. So all y'all in them comments talking about she's going through some type of spiritual psychosis. She's not going through no spiritual psychosis. She has come up out of a spell that was meant to, and now she wants revenge, which I don't blame her because I've been there too, so I know exactly how she feels. But she has to make them. She needs to go silent and work in silence. It's best to work in silence when this has happened to you. But I get where she's coming from, and especially because she knows their name. She knows who they are. So she doesn't want them near her, and she doesn't want anyone associating her with them. And I totally understand that. But I feel like she needs to work in silence, because I did see a video where she was getting up off of her, which means you're working with some type of practitioner that has helped you. Just give it to your practitioner. Like, and then this is the thing too. I saw the way in the live where people were arguing with her, saying that you can get that off, basically because she's a Christian, in the name of Jesus. How many times I got to tell y'all, in the name of Jesus ain't gonna get no curses out. If that was going to get curses or release you from curses, then why aren't we in a better space? Why aren't we in a better space? We're not in a better space. Now, a lot of us are awakening and breaking these generational curses. But the thing about breaking the actual generational curse is you got to use what was used on you. That's the only way to break it. You can't break a curse by, in the name of Jesus. It doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, most people are brainwashed to believing that that's how that works. And I'm so glad that she woke up and got the help that she needs. She looks good. She looks healthy. Because their ultimate goal was to her up out of here. Period. I don't know if I feel like there's some type of money. Like, people do things like that for money, and I feel like that's kind of what it was. It was like some type of money issue, some type of wanting her money, some type of wanting, maybe that they're showing me like a will, like something she signed that gives her sister and him access to money that is hers, but they were trying to take it. And let's be honest, when you have these policies, you're worth sometime better than you are alive. Especially if they know that they've been doing you wrong. Because I get the energy too that this sister and and her husband, I was going to say brother-in-law, I get the energy that this sister and this husband had something going on behind her back. Or have. They're saying have. I don't know if she knows that or not, but spirits, like, they definitely got something going on behind her back that she may know of it now, because if you have went to a practitioner, I'm sure in the reading they broke it down to her. But they're like, something's going on between them two, and they was trying to X her out of the picture while gaining financial support, is what I'm saying. And I'm gonna let it go. Y'all need to start believing people when people are telling y'all about witchcraft and stuff, instead of, in the name of Jesus ain't gonna do shit. Period. It ain't gonna do nothing, because he ain't a real person from the get-go. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. And on top of that, y'all need to start believing people. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times these things happen, and the first thing y'all want to do is call the people, and the people don't do nothing but lock them up. And you want to know why they lock them up in these asylums and stuff like that? They lock them up because they know that they're more, like, if the truth gets out, then it's a problem. And that's pretty much what's happening here. it's the same thing as, you know, people who are schizophrenic and then they put them in, you know, the mental hospital. They put them in a mental hospital because they know that their power can only be tamed if they're caged up like an animal. And I'm done. Y'all be blessed. So give Kelly Price some grace. Like, show her some love. She don't need y'all. For one, she need to get off the internet. Just get. I would get off the internet. I wouldn't be on live talking about none of this, none of that. But I know how it feels. I know that she wants to just express it, and she wants to warn people, because a lot of time people get involved with in these relationships with these men and not realizing who these men really are. And it comes with their family, because a lot of this stuff is taught down to them, and then some of them are self-taught, but a lot of this shit has been taught down to them from their mama and their grandmama, and they just continue with doing it to people, period. One day I'll tell my story, but right now this ain't the time. But yeah, I've been there, done it, so I know. I know how it feels to be involved with somebody. You're not realizing you involved with the enemy. You're not realizing you involved with the enemy, and their family is the enemy as well. Okay? Y'all be blessed. If you don't know who I am Lovely Lotus AC. I am an intuitive energy reader. I'm also an intuitive spiritual life coach. Y'all be blessed.